Hello, students. My name is Mr. John Mark Sample. You can either call me Mark or Mr. Sample, doesn't matter to me. And I am your instructor for CIS 110. I've got two sections this fall, section IO4 and section IO5. So I'm making one video for both sections. If you have the need to contact me, would you please, in your email title, make sure that you mention which section you're in, just to help me out a little bit and keep me from getting confused. I'm going to try to keep this video short, so let me try to go ahead and get right into it. Let me talk just a little bit about myself, and then we're actually going to get into Blackboard and take a look at a few things. Again, my name is John Mark Sample, go by Mark. I live in Stanley County, which is just to the east of Charlotte. So I'm probably a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away from the main campus of Johnson Community College. Therefore, I do not have an office over there, and I do not have office hours. But I am available pretty much anytime. If you need to email me, that's the easiest and best way to contact me is through email. And I promise I'll try to get back to you just as quick as I can, usually within 24 hours, maybe on the weekends, maybe a little bit longer than that. But I do try to respond as quickly as possible. If you don't hear back from me within 24 hours, shoot me another quick email and tell me to get on the stick, and I promise I'll try to do that. So anyway, I do live a little ways away from the main campus of Johnson Community College. Wanted to go ahead and mention this is an online class, 100% online, so the COVID-19 protocols really won't affect us in this particular class, which is a good thing because we are already 100% online. We don't have any face-to-face meetings, so we don't have to follow any of the protocols. But if you are on campus or if you have another class where you do some synchronous learning, please make sure that you follow the JCC COVID-19 protocols. If you're on campus, you got to wear a mask, and I know that can be an issue with some folks, but they're going to be really strict about that. So if you have any kind of a medical issue or other problems with a mask, make sure you take care of that as soon as possible before you come on campus, because they will ask you to leave if you don't want to wear a mask. So make sure you take care of that. And obviously the sanitization procedures and following the lines as far as going in and out of buildings. Just make sure to keep the peace and make sure everything's okay. Make sure you follow all the guidelines there. In this class, if you want to be successful, there are three things you need to do. Number one, I strongly recommend that you use a PC to do this class. Now, I know some of you are probably going to have a Macintosh. Usually, the folks who have problems are the Mac folks more so than the PC. That's why I encourage you to use a PC. If you have a Mac and can't get access to a PC, I'll try to help out as best I can. But like I say, the folks who usually have the problems are the ones who don't have a PC. Also, along those same lines, you need to use the Firefox web browser. You may do okay with the Google Chrome browser the first few weeks, but especially once we get into the Microsoft Office programs, using Firefox is really going to help cut down on the errors. We're going to be doing a lot of trainings, and you're going to be doing some projects as well. We use a program that's called SAM, and SAM can be very, very particular when it comes to grading your trainings and projects. If you don't follow the directions exactly to the letter, that can create issues. That's why, number one, going back to that PC issue, the Office version on Macintosh is a little bit different than the Office version for PC. And again, like for instance, if the project asks you to use a particular font that's a particular color and a particular shade of that color, if you don't do those directions exactly, Sam's going to count it wrong. So that's why I say try to use a PC if at all possible. Try to use the Firefox web browser. I think you can actually download Firefox onto a Macintosh. If you have that capability, please do that, because again, the Safari browser is going to give you some problems when you're either downloading assignments or trying to upload your finished projects. So please try to do that. And again, I mentioned it already, try to use Office 365. I believe it's the 2019 version. If you try to use a different version of Office, you may not have the same options that the assignment is asking for. And again, it's going to give you some heartache there. So please, 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 if at all possible, use a PC, use the Firefox web browser, and use Office 365. And I'll keep harping on that as we get into the semester here. All right, what I want to do now, I've been looking at my notes here. Let me see if I can go ahead and share my computer screen, and let's go on into Blackboard. I'm just going to show you a few things and try to not make this video longer than it absolutely has to be. Okay, hopefully you guys can see the screen now. Let's go on into Blackboard here. And of course, I'm going to sign in like you guys should. Hopefully everybody knows how to do this. If you have problems getting logged into Blackboard, please let me know as soon as possible. And I will probably tell you to turn right around and call tech support. But let me remember what my password is. Well, nope. Let me try again. Hang on. Can't talk and do this at the same time. Hopefully that, not. All right, let me try again. Sorry, folks. There we go. Okay, now we're in. Let me get rid of that. Now, again, we've got two sections. I've got two sections, IO4 and IO5. And of course, you'll see all of your courses listed here as well. So I'm just going to go into IO4 and hopefully we can show everybody. Again, you IO5 folks, you should see the same thing. Real quick, hopefully you're familiar with the Blackboard interface. Your default page is announcements. I try to do an announcement at the beginning of each week to let you know what's coming up and if there's anything you need to be aware of. And I'll try to share some other things too. I get all kind of email from my higher ups at JCC, and I try to pass along the stuff that's relevant for you. So any of the announcements you'll see here. Now, right off the bat, there is a link here on how to set up your Cengage account. Cengage is how you access SAM. And again, SAM is where we do all of our trainings and the projects and that sort of thing. So you definitely have to do that. Just take your time, follow the steps as you know, follow the steps exactly, and hopefully you can get in. You should not need any kind of a code from the school. Okay, your SAM registration was part of your course registration. So you shouldn't have to pay any extra fees. You shouldn't have to have any codes or anything like that. If you have problems getting into SAM, again, just shoot me a quick email and I'll try to help you through it. And again, I don't mind doing a video chat. I'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. But anyway, so here's your how to set up your Cengage /SAM account. And there's already a little blurb here about week one. I may have to go back and change that. Well, anyway, excuse me, Megan Riviera did that, and she's got a little video on here on how to download Office. Megan's one of our other instructors, and she's real dynamite with this class, so she's already got some stuff in here. So anyway, I probably won't do, I may say a little blurb for week one, but go ahead and read what Megan has put here as well. All right, so that's our announcements. Now you can see over here on the left-hand side, we have several links in this little side window, and we're going to go to this next. So let's go to course information. This is what you need to do to begin with, okay? Here's some information about the course. Again, some information about me as the instructor. There's my picture. Obviously, it's mashed a little bit. But again, there's my email. I do have an office phone. I work at Stanley Community College full time, and I'm an adjunct instructor for Johnson. So I work part time for Johnson. But my office phone is here. Again, I do not have an on-campus office, and I'm more than happy if you need to get with me. We can do this through Collaborate, Blackboard Collaborate, or in Zoom. I'm actually in Zoom right now, but we're going to look at Collaborate here in just a moment. So anyway, that's the information about me. Let's look at the syllabus real quick. And I'm going to try to breeze through this. Again, this is a Word document, so hopefully once you click on it, it will ask you to open. And I'm not going to go through this in a lot of detail. Hang on one second. I can't see the top part here. Here we go, enable editing. There we go. Okay, now this is how it should look for you all. Okay. Again, there's an overview, information about the course section itself. Our drop deadline, if you get behind and really run circumstances where you can't complete the course, the last day to withdraw without any type of grade penalty is October 21st. So circle that on your calendar if you need to. Okay. Again, there's all my contact information. Email, you can email me anytime, but usually between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. is when I'm usually trying to keep an eye on it, and we'll try to get back to you just as quickly as I can. Of course, we have course description. Again, we are 100% online, which is a good thing with all this virus stuff going on. Learning outcomes. Now, here is an important bit of information about the e-text. We do use an e-text for this course. It saves you money, which is always a good thing. And again, you have a link right here that you can follow to. Let's see, that's an opt-out form. But you should on SAM, you should be able to access your e-text that way. So I'm trying to get through all this stuff here. You can get a paperback book if you want to. Again, it's going to cost you some more money, and it is not recovered by financial aid. But there are some old-fashioned folks, I'm probably one of them, who like the physical textbook rather than doing it on the e-text. So you can get the textbook bundle if you need it, and your information right there to do that is right there. Okay, again, software, we're going to be using Windows 10, Office 2019, which is Microsoft 365. Microsoft 365 is a free download for students. So if you do not have Office 365, you can get it for free. Again, if you've got a Mac, just make sure that you understand we do a couple of units in Access, Microsoft Access, and that is not on the Mac version of Office. So you will have to use a PC to do the Access stuff. But again, if you have any issues with that when we get to that point, just let me know and I'll try to help out as much as I can. I do. It says do not hear. Chromebook is probably not going to work for you. Okay, if you don't have access to a PC, if you've got a Chromebook, you are going to have some issues there. So again, you'll probably have to try to work out some kind of an arrangement to get to a PC. I think they are allowing students on campus in some of the labs, but again, you've got to really follow the COVID-19 protocols if you want to do that, and we can help you with that. Okay, I'm gonna come on down here. Of course, we got the evaluation, grading scale. This is a grading scale. Obviously, we're on a 10-point scale. We have discussions, we have trainings, we have some other assignments outside of SAM. You have projects in SAM, and then you have some exams to take as well. So that's how the grading is broken down as far as what the weight for the different types of assignments. Once again, we're still 100% online. For this online course, you can expect to spend 4 to 6 hours per week completing assignments and reviewing materials. If you don't have much computer experience, it's probably going to be more. So just keep that in mind. Again, this is not an introductory, this is not a basic computer skills course. It's an introduction to computers. So we do expect that you have some basic skills, how to turn a computer on, use a keyboard and a mouse, open an email, get online, do that sort of thing. So hopefully you have at least some base skills as far as computers go. All right, here we go. Online attendance. Even though we are an online course, we do have attendance, and this is graded by your submission of weekly assignments. Every week we're going to have assignments. If you can get at least one assignment submitted per week, you are considered present. Okay, you don't have to do them all, but as long as you get at least one in, then you are considered present for that particular week. If you do not submit any assignments that week, you get an absence. Okay. And once you get 2 absences, you are automatically withdrawn from class. So it is very, very important that you get at least one thing done each week. If you have problems, again, email me or just call me at the office and let me know what's going on. Your communication with me is very important since we're not seeing each other face to face. But some students don't quite get why we have an attendance policy, but that's the way it goes. So each week you are expected to complete at least one assignment, and then you have a week to turn in stuff late. but for attendance purposes, I really need for you to turn in something on time each week. And again, if you have issues with that, please let me know as soon as you can. Let's see. We also have, and there's a census date. So once we get back to the other part, we'll do I'll go over the enrollment verification quiz for you. Let me see. Let me go on down here. Just make sure you read that attendance section very closely. Yeah, missing 2 weeks of graded work, which is basically 2 weeks without submitting any assignments. That's going to get you withdrawn from class. Okay. There's some other concerns and all that. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is just if you're having problems. Hopefully, if you're having problems, you need to contact me first, and I will do my absolute best to try to help you work through whatever issue you're having. And then, of course, Jennifer Unitas is my supervisor, and Dawn Dixon is the associate VP over our division. So that's our course syllabus right there. And let me get on back out of here. Whoops, that was my notes. Hang on, gotta figure out where I'm at. Here we go. Okay. Then we have some more general policies and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go over all that. Make sure you just glance at that as soon as you can. Okay, that's under course information. So let's go back to excuse me. That was under syllabus and general policies. Here's our schedule. I don't think I've got the schedule in here. Basically, you have. Oh no, here we go. Basically, you have weekly assignments every week, and we're going to look at that here in just a second. This is kind of a breakdown of the different weeks and what you've got, what you have to do. It shows you your readings and what other projects and tasks you have to do. So that's under the course schedule. Let me see. There's some other just frequently asked questions and then technical assistance if you need help there. Okay. So let's go. We've looked at announcements and course information. Let's look at weekly lessons. This is really where the rubber hits the road. Okay. Each week, you're going to have a specific thing. Now, I'm going to apologize. My course looks a little different than yours. I'm actually in the edit mode for the instructor. So your Blackboard screen will probably look a little different than mine, but that's okay. It's all basically the same thing. Okay, getting started. So once you have reviewed the course syllabus, come on over here to the weekly lessons and getting started. Do this first. Okay, there are 4 tasks you need to do. Okay, the enrollment verification quiz, download and install Office 2019, register for SAM, and then read the syllabus and mark as reviewed. You need to read that syllabus and mark as reviewed because I don't think you'll be able to see other content until you read the syllabus and then check that little radio button that says mark as reviewed. So make sure that you do that. Okay. All right. There's a little blurb for the instructors. You won't see that. Here's our enrollment verification quiz. You just click on that and do the quiz. Here's a little video on how to download Office 2019 if you need to do that. And then here's a video on registering for SAM. I would strongly recommend that you watch the video first before you try to jump in there and sign up in SAM. Okay. And there's a syllabus. Okay, that is not the current syllabus. All right, that's another syllabus. I'll have to go back and fix that. But on the course information, let me check, make sure. Hang on. Yeah, this is the correct syllabus under syllabus and general policy. So I've got to fix that other one. Okay, sorry for the error there. Caught me off guard. Okay, so anyway, getting started, you do these 4 things first, okay? All right, let's go back to weekly lessons again. And again, here's our week 1. All right. Now, again, yours is going to look a little different than mine. I have to go in here and tell it to save and continue to get to the actual section. Here we go. Okay. Well, this is welcome to week 1. And again, usually there's a little blurb in here. And here are some things that we're going to be working on this week. Now, this very first week, we got a lot to do. Okay. I'm be straight up honest with you. We have a lot to do, so don't panic. We're not going to have this much to do every single week, but there are some things that we're going to have to do to get kicked off in this class. So again, just try to do the best you can with it. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. What'll happen, you'll have that little first blurb that tells you what's going to happen this week. These are our readings. It shows you everything that you're going to have to read. and then you have some links down here. If you see a little icon over here on the side, it looks like a little funky star, that means that assignment is in SAM, okay? So once you get signed up in SAM, to read that first section of the e-textbook, you come down here, and this is Windows Module 1, Introduction to Windows 10. So you would just click on that button, and it should take you right to SAM and that very first chapter. Okay, so that's how you get to the e-textbook. Not difficult at all. So you got Module 1 here and Module 2. Both of those are in SAM. And then you have a section here that says do this, and this is going to be the list of stuff that you have to do this week. So there shouldn't really be any question about what you have to do. I mean, it's spelled out in black and white right here. You do the EVQ, the student acknowledgement form. You've got one discussion this week. You have a training to do, and then a getting started assignment. Okay, and again, here's another little nice video that I guess Amber did that one. Amber Parker just walks you how to do the trainings in SAM. So it's all set up for you, and there's explanation videos and all that. So really, hopefully, you're not going to have much problem getting kicked off here. And then here's your discussion, and then here's your training. Now your discussion is not in SAM. It's an actual Blackboard assignment, but your essentials training is in SAM. Remember, we got this little star icon here, so that is a SAM assignment. And then you have a project here. Make sure you follow these directions very carefully and do what it tells you to do. Okay. And this is actually, you're going to be creating a OneDrive account in Microsoft. So that's where you're going to be submitting that. So again, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to let me know. So that's our week 1 assignment there. Okay. Now, if we were going to be doing any kind of synchronous communication like some of the classes are going to be doing, we would use Blackboard Collaborate. And again, I'm kind of new to Blackboard Collaborate myself. This is something new for all of us, so I've got a lot to learn. But if you have problems and you need to do a video chat with me, probably most likely we're going to be using Blackboard Collaborate. We'll get in here, and I think I have to send you an invitation or something like that, and then you and I can talk one-on-one. You can share your screen with me and show me what's going on and what's not working for you. If we can't figure it out by email, I'm more than happy to do this. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, I can also work in Zoom. I have a Zoom account, and we can do the same thing. We can share the screen and figure out what's going on. So Blackboard Collaborate is going to be something that more and more classes are going to be using. Okay, so I'm getting kind of long here. I'm trying to go ahead and get through this pretty quick. All right, e-text here. There's another link. This is just a blurb about how to use your e-text, and there's also, it looks like there's a mobile app as well. Here's the main link to your e-textbook right here. You do have to configure your browser. You have to turn off pop-up, or excuse me, yeah, right. Turn off your pop-up blocker. So if you're in Firefox, here is a little blurb about how to turn off your pop-up blocker in Firefox. If you're using Chrome, you can turn it off here. And again, if you've got Safari, I would definitely recommend downloading Firefox on your Mac device and using it that way. Okay. So again, if you have problems viewing the SAM stuff, probably your pop-up blocker is enabled on your browser, and there's a way to do that. So that's under your e-text and course resources. Here is a link to SAM. If for some reason you mess up on an assignment and I have to reset it for you, this is the link you're going to use. Okay, you go to SAM. Let me go ahead and do this real quick, and I think you'll see my SAM grades. Now, what's going to happen is once you go to the main SAM page, again, since I'm an instructor, it's going to look a little different for me. Let's see. I think I've got to link this. I haven't done that yet. So we'll have to skip that for now, and I'll have to go back in there later. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry about that. Let me back out of here. What am I doing? Here we go. Yeah, I'll have to link SAM with this particular course, so we'll have to go back in there. But anyway, when you go to the main SAM page, you'll see a calendar. All right, it'll just be the whole bottom part of the screen will be the calendar and what assignments are coming up. There are some links at the top. There is an activity list link. It's in blue. It's a little, like a little blue oval link button there. You just click on that, and that will take you to all of the SAM assignments. Okay, you'll see the whole master list of all the SAM assignments, and then you can go in there and you can find the reset assignment that I've done for you. If you have that problem, I will definitely work with you on that. So anyway, that's our SAM page right there. And you have some other things here. You have a calendar, your grades. If you want to view your grades, you would click that there. There's JCC email. Again, I would recommend that you check your email frequently. That's how I primarily communicate with you folks, is via email. I don't do a lot of texting and these other social media. Email is the primary way to do it. So make sure you, and if you don't check your JCC email on a regular basis, I think you can set it up to have your JCC email forwarded to another email that you do check, like your personal email. So, and that's what I've done too. I have a Gmail account that I check pretty much all the time, and my JCC email forwards to my Gmail, and that way I can keep up with what you guys are asking for help with. So anyway, there's your grades and some other things here. There's Blackboard help, course evaluations. We'll get into that. And that's some other management things you probably can't even see. That's course management section. So that's basically our an overview of Blackboard and how we do things. So I've been talking a long time. I'm going to go ahead and stop at this point. Again, if you have any questions at all, you can call me at the office. Email is the best way to get a hold of me. And if we can't figure out your problem via email, I'm more than happy to jump on a video chat with you and try to help out that way. I'm looking forward to working with everybody this semester. It's going to be another weird one with all these COVID-19 protocols, but hopefully with our particular class, that's not going to be too much of an issue. So I'm going to stop here. Wish you guys the best of success for this week, and please let me know if you have any questions at all. So I'm going to stop here, and we'll hopefully see you guys online soon. Thank you.